I might have to leave if there are kiddos involved, like now. Hold on. I'm sorry, whenever you're ready.
It's a brand new season, baby. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. It's a brand new season, been a long wait. Saw some players up, put them on my highlight tape. College series here, gotta hear my name on draft day. AR in the pocket, automatic, that's a closed case. Excitement building up, I ain't been asleep in 3 days. Gotta make a statement to the scouts on the first play. Only way to win, you gotta dominate in each phase. Offense, defense, and can't forget the special teams. I ain't worked for nothing, went through summer camp with 2 a days. Gotta win the natty, only satisfied with first place. I hear them haters hating on my team, but I ain't hearing them. If they line up on the other side, then we ain't fearing them. One false move, hit stick, defense killing them. Knew them boys was sweet, up inside, banana peeling them. We up next, time to show we the best around. RFL, college series, rep your team and rep your town. You're looking at the future of the league, yeah, it's here and now. Step on the field, boy, you best believe it's going down. Cause yeah, you know we scoring. Touchdown, 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 touchdown.
What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty, joined here for the first time, making a debut as a commentator, Pat McNeil, here for this UCLA and Ohio State game. Pat, how you doing, man? What's your thoughts coming into this game?
Well, Smitty, first of all, very excited to be here for some Thursday night football, and picked a good game to start with. This is number 9 UCLA coming into the Horseshoe to take on number 12 Ohio State. UCLA 4-2, Ohio State 3-2. One of these teams was expected to do a lot better than the other. Ohio State, we're still not sure exactly what to make of them. They've when they were good, they look very, very good. I think tonight they're going to have to run the ball more. I think the Ohio State's offense is better when you see Euro Winbush get a lot of carries. Over on the other side, you have UCLA. Very interesting team. I think that they have a lot of targets on offense, but their offense runs through Dorian Thompson-Robinson and through the tight end Otis Jackson.
Yeah, look, already prepared. Got the notes and everything ready. Going into what the keys of the games are, and we're about to get right into this. Let me just go into the Super Sim, slow this down. Sim to play. And yeah, Ohio State sitting in a situation right now, because this could be the game. If they drop this game, they might not even be eligible to be a top 4 team in the college series to make it to the playoffs after coming off with 2 national championships. But this game's about to be underway as Ohio State has got the ball on the tee, and the kick is down the field as UCLA will start out in their own end zone, taking it out to the 22-yard line, where things will get started by this man who you mentioned, number 1 at the quarterback position, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Very talented guy, very mobile quarterback, and everything goes through him. He's got a lot of targets. I think Otis Jackson might be his favorite. We also like Jake Bobo, number 9, and Cam Brown, number 0.
And DTR, he's been killing it in real life in the NFL. We've seen him in preseason with the Browns making some noise, and then the RFL College Series making some noise. And we'll see if he can take down the big bad Ohio State Buckeyes. This UCLA team looking very different compared to years prior. And how great would it be to get this victory? If they win tonight, they'll just be 1 game shy of being a bowl-eligible team. So a big game here for both squads.
It's not just 1 game shy. It's 1 game shy going into a big matchup with Oregon next week, depending on how Oregon does.
And UCLA is going to start out in the pistol formation. And first play running the football, and there goes the brother of Drew Brewer as Seth Brewer wraps him up for just a 1-yard gain. Handoff to Zach Charbonnet.
Well, we've definitely seen a Brewer do that before, so this is nothing new, really. Just a different Brewer.
Yeah, Ohio State getting both brothers to play for them. Of course, the other one, Relo Bowl champ, 1-year player at Ohio State. Looking to see if he can make some more noise. Of course, later on throughout the season, hasn't been too much of a factor in the sack department. Here goes a pass underneath, though, as he'll get to the 30-yard line for a gain of 8.
Just short of the first down. I would think they would go to Charbonnet here, but this is DTR. He might hold on to the ball.
They're going to come out here in the gun. Always a situation you got to look out for. And they're going to pass. Had it, though. Throws it straight into the turf. 4th down. UCLA is going to have to punt.
Well, that's not the way they wanted to start. I think I can tell you that.
You got to connect. I mean, even though I would rather them run the ball, as you mentioned there with Charbonnet, I mean, that's a pass. It's wide open. You got to be able to hit on that. DTR missing that opportunity as they punt this one off. Ohio State going to field this one out about the 36. Wrapped up and brought down to about the 42-yard line as we'll get a first look at their man at the quarterback position in Dylan Lewis.
We've seen great things from Dylan Lewis. Last Saturday he looked fantastic, but he was playing Iowa, and it was a 31-3 route there. They need to balance things. They can't have Dylan Lewis out here throwing the ball 52, 54 times a game and still do what they want to do. They need a more balanced attack. They need Euro to soften up the defensive line so they can throw.
Euro Winbush projected as being the top running back heading into the RFL draft. And boy, has he been putting on a show so far in his 3rd season in the RFL College Series as the junior gets to carry the first play of the game.
Nice.
Near midfield. That's a 7-yard rush.
Very nice. Going off the right side. Just what they needed to establish.
I might actually need to pause the game real quick after this play to fix something. It seems like they don't have the on-the-field audio sounds going on, so I'll try to fix that. Single back formation. There's a run inside. Euro Winbush, and taking heed of your advice early on, giving him carries. Let me go ahead and fix this issue real fast, though. Should be a sound issue that should easily get fixed. Yep, that's what it is on field. Turn that back up. Couldn't hear no punts or anything. We'll take you guys back out onto the field, though. But 2 rush plays with Euro Winbush moving the chains here. Looks like they're grounding it out to soften up that defense, as you spoke of.
And I want to say sorry to everybody. I'm not in the chat right now. I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on in the field, and I got my stat sheets in front of me. So, but hi everybody, great to see you here.
Dylan Lewis getting chased out the pocket. He's going to go down for a sack for a second. Seeing who's going to be able to get it off, but Bo Calvert will have him down for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, Dylan Lewis, he's kind of fast, but he's not going to outmove Bo Calvert there.
It's a great job cutting off that speed with the pursuit angle. That's usually a good defender compared to an average one. Guys who knows how to take that angle to cut off that speed, even though they aren't as fast. But play action here, 2nd and 16. He's got a completion and nearly enough for a first down as he's able to hook up with his wide receiver there. It's a big game.
Very nice. Was that Sheffield or was that the tight end?
It's wide receiver Kingston Bryce.
Okay. I had it completely wrong then.
Yeah, he looks like a tight end, though, so I could get that. Single back formation. There's a run inside.
Oh, no.
Euro Winbush gets shut down as a big-time play is made there by UCLA. It's their defensive tackle, Jay Toa. I think that's how you say it, but hey, big play.
Yeah, he got right in there. I'm wondering if they're going to show a replay here.
And here they go. Yeah, he span right into that.
Yeah, and if he had gotten away from Toya, you had Muasau, the middle linebacker right there. That wasn't happening.
So 2-yard loss, but Ohio State
Going
feeling
for it.
gutsy. Yep, going for it here. Looking to pass. Wide open man over the middle. Taking 2 big hit sticks, but still holds on. First down, Buckeyes.
And there is the long-haired tight end, G. Scott Jr., number 88, for the first down.
A big-time reception, and G. Scott Jr., 96 overall tight end. High overall guys at the tight end position. Here's a pump fake. Lewis, dangerous pass there, trying to go to Winbush. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's the thing with Ohio State. All this talent on offense, all these options. But it's a lot to have to defend, and there should always be somebody open. At least you'd think so.
They got a ton of talent, as you spoke of, and they've got to be able to show it all here tonight against this UCLA team. It's just, they're a good team, but a beatable team that Ohio State should be able to show we can go back to the playoffs. Screen, got those blocks set up, but Euro Winbush cutting right into the tackle there, showing off some poor vision the last couple of plays. He's brought down by Al Kale, excuse me.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. KO had to play red, but there was still room outside of KO that Winbush could have taken it.
And it looked like he had some great blocks set up there down the field. Now 3rd and 9. Quick throw into the flats. Foot race. And Arturo Flores is going to be short by a yard. Pat, what do you think here? You think they go for it again?
They just might. Once again, they tried to get past KO, and he was there. He managed to push Flores out of bounds, which is enough. Yeah, I think they can go for it.
And that's exactly what they'll do. No wide receivers here. I formation with the fullback dive, and it works out to perfection as fullback Mitch Rossi moves the chains.
There's a name we don't hear very often for Ohio State, but he's quite useful in short yardage.
The fullback dive has been a play that is very effective in those short yardage situations, especially in the college series. Lewis, same spot route concept here. This time a different target. He takes a big hit, but that is going to be a nice 9-yard gain as he finds submitted wide receiver Steve McCaskill.
Have you noticed he's distributing the ball? He's finding different targets. We still haven't seen. Have we seen Kentaro Sheffield yet?
Not yet. Here goes Winbush, running through tackles, getting in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that was Bo Calvert picking himself up after getting stomped by Euro.
Hit him with the Euro step truck. See this again? And don't let the size confuse you out there, guys. I mean, this guy, he may be a little bit small in stature, but a physical runner nonetheless, as you saw there on that run.
My bad. That was Musau, 53, getting run over. But yeah, great touchdown for Euro. Great start for Ohio State.
Ohio State on the board. First extra point to make it a 7-0 ball game is good. And excellent drive, spanning 57 yards in 12 plays.
Okay, and everybody don't forget, tomorrow night we're back here. Well, Smitty's back here anyway, and it's Miami against North Carolina. A big revenge game for Miami after losing the ACC title to North Carolina back in CS4.
Yeah, another thing, there's an announcement I made on the podcast just earlier. I won't be calling the game till Monday. So.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Would have called that game for you guys, but still, make sure you guys tune in on that game, like Pat said, at 8 p.m. Eastern. Should be a good one. UCLA, they had an opportunity to move the chains, missed the slant last time out. DTR throwing it right into the turf. And here's an opportunity again on offense. We'll have to see if they can get the ball rolling a lot more here on the second possession.
Well, I'm curious to see what UCLA can cook up here, because they've had some problems in the early going. And I, as you said, I think they should find Otis Jackson. I think he's the guy that they can move the offense around.
And Otis Jackson, a draftable prospect there. It's a generic, not submitted. High overall tight end at that, 95. Bunch look to the right side. DTR nearly throws an interception to Brock Frederick. Second down.
And again, it's not like they're out here playing San Diego State. So this is not an easy defense to move the ball against.
UCLA facing a top-tier talent. Of course, fell off a bit compared to the previous years, but still the Ohio State of the college series. And another missed pass here by DTR. He's 1 for 9 right now.
Yeah, and I was almost wondering if he was going to throw that one away, because he did not have anybody over the middle.
It seemed like he had a tight end. I'm not sure if that was a tight end or a receiver there, but definitely missed that opportunity. He's got to get sharp if he wants to try to win this game today, and looks like he's going to be sharp on that throw. Did he get a foot in? Looks like it. He did. First down, UCLA, as he's able to connect with Jake Bobo.
Bobo, yes. Big Bobo, silly name, tremendous receiver.
We talk about Bobo being a silly name, but for RFL OGs, I wonder if anybody remembers CJ Bobo from San Diego Red Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was a monster. First down and 10 for the Bruins.
Okay, hold on, Smitty. Sorry, I got to take this.
All right, play action. Steps up, throws down the field. Incomplete, broken up. And that'll be second down for UCLA. Guy taking phone breaks on this. I might hear that he's new. We didn't get a chance to actually rehearse everything just yet, so he'll be back. Second and 10. DTR. Corner gets sacked on the play. Brought down by the big defensive tackle, giving him 99 problems. Submitted prospect Wyatt Harris. He made a name for himself early on within this season, getting multiple sacks on the D-line. I have to say he's the most impactful so far at the start of this season. And that is a huge play in the backfield as he loses 4 yards. Third and 14 now. The trips look to the right side. DTR throwing on the move. He's got a man wide open. Big first down to the 40. And there goes Otis Jackson, a generic tight end. You saw that pressure starting to close in, pocket condensing, and wide open over the middle. Jackson able to make that catch. Great job on the move by DTR. What's going on, Aiden? Yep. This is CPU versus CPU gameplay. Play action. DTR's got some good time here. Throwing on the move again. Snatches it out of the hands of a potential interception. And Otis Jackson is putting on a show now.
That was a great catch by Otis Jackson. Sorry, Smitty. This is why I don't do commentary more often.
Yeah, it's all good, man. That is a great play. It should have been intercepted. Well, looked like it could have. It was a great job undercutting Brock Frederick and making that play after. The guy, Otis Jackson, really showing off here tonight. It's going to be a first down. Scrambling out the pocket's got the completion as he'll be inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 4.
That's Hudson Habermill, the second tight end.
We got some tight ends with some high overalls here. Not sure who created these rosters for the college here. I know some guys from my community, but tight ends getting a lot of love in that department. And a run by Charbonnet. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down. Brought down by the generic defensive tackle, Javier Wheatley.
Actually, Smitty, I was on the Madden community Discord last night when they were doing testing of the new college football mod.
Oh yeah.
They're doing the basics, but they still have a lot to do. They haven't done any of the rosters yet, so it's going to be a while, but it's coming. It looks great.
That's awesome, man. I mean, that's a great first down run there for UCLA up the middle as they'll move the chains. Definitely can't wait for us to be able to migrate to next-gen gameplay. That just starts the new era of the RFL. I already talked on a podcast of what's to come here for Season 9. And if we could get that gameplay early in the college series, I just know that the level of competition, everything's going to elevate. Just look better as DTR looks to pass, throws another pass that is deflected, broken up incomplete by linebacker Caden Ferragamo.
And that's what Caden Ferragamo does. He's all over the field for Ohio State normally.
A lot of pass breakups and dangerous passes here for DTR. He's also missed open opportunities, and that's what happens when you know you got a defense that's as fast and reactive as Ohio State. You want to make sure you connect on the passes that aren't, and he just hasn't been able to do that often here tonight. And here goes a throw. Does connect with Otis Jackson, but the Ohio State defense is going to keep him a yard short.
Well, last week against Arizona State, Otis Jackson, 12 receptions, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Big factor in the win, although I got to say a lot of people got reps on the UCLA offense.
A single back formation, and this is not going to help out the offense here. False start. Looks like movement by both the running back Charbonnet and the left guard, as that's going to push him back 5 yards.
Well, the cameraman thinks it's Charbonnet, but what does he know?
Antonio Maffei also was moving on that play. This is definitely not the situation you want to put yourself in against this team if you're UCLA. Back at the 6, an opportunity to try to throw it in the end zone, and it's there, and DTR again misses on a touchdown play. 4th and goal, they're going to have to kick the field goal.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Nicholas Barmira in, and it should be about a 23-yarder, I think.
Easy chip shot here. At least they won't get shut out. Points on the board. Still a lot of football to go as the field goal attempt is good. 4-point ball game. Ohio State lead it here 7-3.
Well, there's no such thing as a chip shot field goal, but this is about as good as you're going to get.
Well, in the RFL world, you ain't getting no block kicks. I think they're just about is. Haven't seen a missed kick inside the 20-yard line since, shoot, I don't know.
Not in the college series, I guess.
Yeah, not in the college series. They don't block any kicks anymore. Hopefully, Madden brings that back. But at the same time, since we're going to bring the mod era, hopefully we can bring that back ourselves. So we'll look into that for sure. As UCLA kicks this one off, Ohio State was able to score on their first drive of the game, going 12 plays, 57 yards. They'll start out this offensive drive at the 26-yard line. So we got 3 whole quarters left. A minute, 6 seconds. What are you going to say?
Well, I got to say, I'm also excited about Season 9 of the RFL coming up. I mean, I know my team didn't win this year, but it was just a tremendous year in Season 8 of competition. You saw most everything you could see in a professional football year, and I can only imagine how good this is going to be coming up.
Oh yeah, man, it's going to be awesome, man. So much more content coming out on that as Kinsaro Sheffield talked about him being quiet early on. That's his first catch of the game. It's going to move the chains. First down, Buckeyes.
Well, Ohio State has to be happy with the way their offense is moving so far.
And it's definitely dependent on Dylan Lewis keeping his composure and taking care of the football. Great movement in the pocket. First down, McCaskill in Bruins territory at about the 43 to 42-yard line.
That's what you want to see Dylan Lewis do if you're an Ohio State fan, or if you're an RFL coach who's scouting Dylan Lewis. This is where he looks best. Able to step up out of the pressure like that, and keeps his eyes on the field, finds the open receiver. Does it look easy?
Great movement in the pocket early on before, of course, the last couple of games it's really hurted him in the stat department. Guys comparing him to NFL quarterback Josh Allen. Big body guy who can move around in the pocket, got a great arm, throw good passes. You see another good pass right there, quickly squeezing it in between 3 UCLA defenders for a gain of 6, and it looks like this is going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock winds down. And there it goes. Quarter number 1 in the book. Get those 2s up in the chat. Second quarter is upon us. Ohio State's up 7-3.
And don't forget, this Sunday, we got a huge SEC Sunday going on, a triple header in the RFL. 1 p.m., you can see Texas A&M and Georgia. 4 p.m., Auburn, LSU, and then the nightcap is Alabama and Florida. That's about as definitive as you can get for an SEC day. There are other games too.
Definitely going to be a game you do not want to miss. Make sure to tune in and run inside, and there goes the explosiveness of Winbush inside the 25-yard line for Buckeyes. First down. He's got 32 yards on just 5 carries.
Right through the middle, I think John Vaughns was back there as like the 21 had to make the tackle. He got through there so quickly, and that wasn't a huge hole. That was just a regular sized hole.
First and 10 for the Buckeyes. Lewis has got the completion, and a big body wide receiver standing at 6'6". Kingston Bryson makes the catch to set up a first and goal for Ohio State.
This is what they were hoping this whole season would look like. Big-bodied wideouts everywhere. Rangy tight end. Winbush running the ball through nice holes in the line.
And Ohio State in the empty set. Lewis got a wide open man. Touchdown, Ohio State. Sheffield wide open.
Taro Sheffield imagining that money he's going to get after he goes through the RFL draft.
Third-year wide receiver, and he's been making some plays here his junior year for the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's just a simple spot route in the zone against the zone defense. This extra point to put up by 2 scores is good. Straight through the uprights. 14-3, 11-point ball game.
I don't know if you can run a zone defense really when Ohio State's out there with 11 personnel. There's just too many receivers you have to shut down.
And if you are going to do that, you got to make sure you got a good enough pass rush to have Dylan Lewis be uneasy in the pocket. And even then, when you're trying to contain him, his movement is what's able to extend those plays and make it difficult to stop him from making those plays. Because as you said, him throwing on the move, he seems to be a lot more productive than sitting more so in the pocket, just standing on his 2 feet without that movement. He's still got over 11 minutes left here in this second quarter. Not even a minute has passed in the start of this quarter here in UCLA. They need to continue to answer back before this game starts to get ugly.
Agreed. Now, we've seen UCLA. They can produce on offense, but they just haven't gotten untracked yet. They managed to get a drive deep into Ohio State territory and got stalled. Let's see how it goes this time.
He should have had a touchdown. DTR missing that opportunity. It's a great bounce out run here by Zach Charbonnet. As he'll be north of the 40.
That's his biggest run of the night, and if Harrison, the free safety, hadn't been there, he'd probably would have gotten another 10 or 12 yards out of it.
And this designed to go inside, but of course, change of plans by Charbonnet. Saw that outside, used his speed as best he could. He's not a running back known for his speed within the college series, but great job creating a play. As they will go right back to him, trying to put on a move, able to shake one defender in Ferragamo, but wrapped up by Carr.
Yeah, if you're trying to find the weakness on this Ohio State defense, you're going to have a hard time. Pecan thought it might be hitting the tight ends and getting by the strong safety there, but haven't really. I mean, they've done okay with finding Otis Jackson, but they just need to convert when they get down in the red zone.
And that's a good conversion right here on this play with an inside run. Looks like they're utilizing Charbonnet a lot more now, and it's a great job by the offensive line too, clearing the spacing in the lane for Charbonnet to be able to work with. Under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, still a lot of time. DTR with the check down, trying to hit the juke move, but will muscle his way through the tackle of Ferragamo to get inside the 40. 7-yard gain.
I mean, and you got to remember, when before the season started, I don't think anybody was expecting UCLA to come out 4-2.
Oh, no, not at all. This team's definitely outperformed expectations, and that is a huge run. I think enough for the first down, and it is Charbonnet up to 40 yards on his 7th carry of the game, running through 3 Buckeyes there.
I think the big revelation was week 2 when they came out and they upset Washington 24-23. Sort of put everybody on notice that this wasn't your CS3 or CS4 UCLA team.
Yeah, and ironic as that game was, their former quarterback transferred over there to Washington, and to beat them, I bet that was a great feeling for the Bruins. But yeah, UCLA, they've had quite a few games under their belt this season that has really stood out compared to games that you wouldn't have thought they would have won coming into this season, as you talked about with Washington. But Washington so far has not turned out to be the team we really expected them to be this year. Before I get more into that, here's a run. Charbonnet, he's running extremely well, flipped up on his head. That's a first down. This guy's got 53 yards on 9 carries.
Well, that's you'd think it'd be unexpected, but I'm guessing UCLA planned this. They also believe that they do better when they can get the ball in the hands of Charbonnet and he can get the run game going.
Yeah, back to UCLA, talking about that Washington game. These guys, another good win under their belt. I mean, although Texas A&M hasn't been all that great, I mean that's a game where Texas A&M 9 times out of 10 compared to last season's, you probably picked them to win. They would have beat them 31-34, and then they played against Oklahoma State, who's actually pretty good this year. Lost that game, but everything has been just about close in. But their biggest game to the season, to me, that made the biggest impact, although they fumbled it a lot, North Carolina, to get that 21-point victory over the Tar Heels was huge. And now coming here, as you talked about, 41-2. And even though they beat Arizona State, a team they were projected to win, in my opinion, 41-17 victory is a lot more than expected. So this is a pretty good team that you just can't sleep on.
Yeah, that North Carolina game threw me too. I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't expect UCLA's offense to come out the way they did.
And UCLA running the football there, not having the same luck This is a huge down for the Bruins. They have shown the capability of moving the football here on the offense, and they've switched it up quite a bit. Went to a heavy run offense here on this possession, but now in the situation where more than likely they're going to pass, and DTR has not looked good in this situation, and even when plays are open, he's missed them. He cannot afford to be off target here.
Well, we did have a Keegan Jones sighting, which is exciting. Empty set here.
And the old throw. There's an open man that he does not miss this time. Gets to the 5. First and goal, Bruins. And guess who? It's Otis Jackson.
Otis, my man.
He's coming in on an in route, and I guess you call it a quick in route when it's 5 yards. Anything deeper is a dig or a basic. And it's a really good route on against the zone defense. Missed out on an opportunity to score down here before. Can they get it done this time? Motion to the right side, but looking to pass. DTR, haven't seen him scramble too much, trying to get out of there, and a great decision to avoid the sack with the throwaway.
Yeah, that's the sort of maturity you like to see from your quarterback. Being able to make that decision. I can't do it here. Let's throw it away and go for another down.
Big time play there. Talk about big time. Apparently Joe Burrow just got a $275 million contract extension for 5 years with the Bengals. That's crazy. Here's
That's
a
big
run.
time.
Highest paid quarterback now. They'll run inside, but definitely expected. 3rd and goal. UCLA.
It's almost Jabri Jackson money.
Almost Jabri Jackson. I think it's way more than Jabri Jackson money. I think the only guy in the RFL that got 270-something million is DWJ. Four arms don't take that name. I formation. Charbonnet. Stuffed. 4th and goal. What do the Bruins do here? I think a field goal is still as effective. You make it a 1-possession game, although you would need to score a touchdown and go for 2 points.
Yeah, we're back at the same problem they were having last time.
Last time they kicked it. This time, what will they opt to do? They were backed up 6 yards. They're at the 1. They're going for it. Change of plans. Looking to pass. DTR throws. End zone. Touchdown, but there's a flag on the field. Not sure who it's on. It looks like it's on Ohio State as the cameraman zooms in on Carr, number 58. And yeah, I saw that a little bit at the last minute.
Yep.
Roughing the passer on DTR. And here we go. UCLA scoring a touchdown. And we got ourselves a game.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Extra point's going to make it a 4-point game here. And the kick is good. 14-10 the score as it took them 14 plays to go 74 yards. So a great drive by the Bruins. And you think back at that last time down here, they could have tied the game up had he not missed that pass before. Could have been 14-14 at this point, but hey, looking to move on forward.
It's true, but I think that if you're UCLA, you're probably pretty happy with the way things have gone so far.
Yeah. Let's hope that the defense can slow things down on Ohio State's offensive end as they'll take this one from about the goal line. And a good return out to the 32. That is a 32-yard return for Igbuka. And if you thought this was going to be a one-sided game, kind of could have told you it might not be. Still am expecting Ohio State to come out on top of this and show that dominance. They've looked good so far. But UCLA finding a way to stay in it. Here's a throw down the middle of the field. He's kept pacing. First down, Buckeyes.
And he took a hit there from John Vaughns. He's back up.
It looked like he ran that double route, a spot and go. This is a really good route. As you can see, he got up the field. He stopped for a second. You see the two underneath defenders trailing him. They thought he was running that spot. Then he goes straight up the field. Sky's up for it, moving the chains. hard to stop a 6'6" wide receiver from catching a ball like that. 1st and 10. Quick throw over the middle. Arturo Flores getting lit up, but it's a first down.
Well, UCLA's hitting tonight. This is the best Bruins team I've seen since CS2.
Has a huge hit laid down there by Darius Musaya.
I'm going to go with Muasau.
Muasau. Okay. That's why we got him in the booth. 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. Dig route. And right now, Kingston Bryson is having himself a game. Big first down.
I thought he led Bryson too much on that one, but Bryson was right there for it.
It's hard to lead a 6'6" wide receiver. That's why you love the height. This guy's got the wingspan. Of course, he's got the height, the jump ball. Had a big jump ball for a touchdown just last week against Iowa. And it looks like now they're starting to see his talents and giving him the ball a lot more. Here's a throw. Kingston Bryson to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State on the slant. They just fed this kid. They go man-to-man coverage, quick throw. Dylan Lewis got at least about 2 or 3 yards of separation. And the big guy stretching out, gets the ball across the line in time. And Ohio State looking to go right back up by 11 after this extra point, as it is good. 21-10.
That's the problem with trying to defend this. He doesn't need that much separation. I mean, if Bryson gets a step on you, then you're playing from behind. Good luck.
It's tough to cover a guy like that because even when you do have the coverage, he's like an NBA center. He can still go up and get those rebounds and box you out. And not many corners, even linebackers, in certain situations, going to be able to really get in position to make those plays and knock the ball out of his hands. He's going off right now, and I think Ohio State's starting to appreciate what type of receiver they got outside there on the other side.
Yeah, there's a reason why everybody was excited about, all the Ohio State fans were excited about this team with all the talent they recruited. They thought that they were definitely contenders for a 3rd national title, and maybe they still are.
Might be the case. Yeah, of course, this is a game they've got to win, and right now they're looking good. I mean, the offense has been hitting on all cylinders. Defense, though, they've been getting up some plays. They played good at times, but they don't want UCLA getting comfortable and moving down the field as they have these last 2 possessions where they've gotten their 10 points.
Yeah, they don't want UCLA hanging around and making them nervous. I mean, I don't think you want to get in a shootout with Ohio State, but I don't think you necessarily want to get in a shootout with UCLA either.
DTR here in the gun by himself. He's got a completion. There goes Bobo to the 40. That pass going to put DTR over 100 yards passing so far here tonight. Closing in on 3 minutes and counting to go in this first half of play. DTR scrambling, throws down the field out of bounds.
Smitty, this seems like a good chance to remind everybody that this is a copyrighted production of the RFL intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of this telecast without the express written consent of Smitty is prohibited.
Hey, man, you guys get to see that most of the time in the chat when he's with you guys watching. He's in the booth. Going to lay it down to you guys verbally. Make sure to hit that like button. Turn us up tonight. 4-man rush. Angle route off the backfield. A nice spin move. They're going to call him for a fumble, but he does recover it back. This is actually an offensive lineman who's going to recover it back big. Number 56.
That was Mafi, the guy who got that false start penalty.
Yeah.
That's how you make up for it.
Sure is. I think he might have been blown down anyway. The knee looked like it hit the ground before it came out, but usually teams don't challenge anyway. But it sucks for the guy who lost the football because that's going to count as a fumble on the stat sheet. 3rd and 2. Trying to escape the pocket. Throws a dime on the move to Bobo.
Yeah, they're saying it's his 3rd reception. It feels like there's been more.
And all three of those receptions have been impactful, that's for sure. Ran a nice dig route, working up against, looks like the man-to-man defense. And DTR, he continues to move around while throwing these passes. He's going to be a lot more effective. Heavy pressure getting sent. There he is throwing on the move again. He's got Otis Jackson.
They've definitely done their homework here. They seem to know the right places to find the seams in the zone. They seem to have good matchups when they go man-to-man.
They're going to empty out the backfield here. Dangerous passes. And Brock Frederick has been everywhere, showing off his coverage abilities. He's just an all-around linebacker here. Of course, he usually is in the outside, but when they go into those rush sets, he's playing over the middle as a middle linebacker, and he's got the speed for it.
He's somebody who's going to get a phone call on the first Thursday night of the draft, Smitty.
Looks like it. And look at him right here attacking, trying to jar that ball loose on the tackle. But it's a big-time catch made to move the chains for UCLA.
Meanwhile, you can see the defensive coordinator talking there. They're trying to come up with something, because as well as they've done on offense, they have really struggled to contain Ohio State.
Yeah, it's kind of just a battle of whose defense can stop the offense from scoring the most. And I know that's usually the name of the game, but of course both sides are always as important, but both offenses have been the stars of the show so far. UCLA looking to pass here. DTR getting some heavy pressure outside the pocket. Now this is where he could use his legs. Goes with a shovel pass, and it's going to be completed to Bobo for a gain of 6.
Well, that's got to be embarrassing. But if you're Wardell Mack, what do? You can't just go up after DTR and just leave Bobo alone. So I thought he did the best he could there.
Somehow that didn't get intercepted. That would have caught me off guard as well if I was out there. Here's a completion to Otis Jackson. That's still move the chains for a first down. Otis Jackson racking up those receptions. Had 12 in the last game. 7 so far already for 81 yards. Under a minute left to go in the first half. DTR on the move. Good defense, broken up, incomplete by guess who again? Brock Frederick.
UCLA doesn't have to rush. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They would much rather have a touchdown than a field goal here.
That's for sure. Either way, as long as they get points, they can make it a one-possession game. Pressure's coming, and with that, he cannot step into that throw to deliver an accurate ball. It's 3rd and 10. This guy, Frederick's all over the place, man. Big 3rd down here for the Bruins. DTR getting blitz here, picked up well by the line, throws an interception. Finally, it's picked off after many attempts, and it's Corbin Coase, the submitted safety, coming down with it.
Well, good for Corbin Coase. I heard him get lit up on the RFL podcast a couple weeks ago. We saw him make a nice tackle on Otis Jackson a little while ago, and he was right in. He jumped that route perfectly.
Yeah, he didn't get it. He had a whole Xavier Spriggs ready to intercept that as well. Just not a good read by Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And with 27 seconds, all 3 timeouts, I mean, Ohio State more than likely still going to go into the half with this, but I wouldn't be shocked if they take some shots down the field. They are in the gun. Pressure's coming immediately, though, and down. He is going to go for a sack as he is brought down by Murphy.
Rest in peace, Gabriel Murphy. Just he got right around, I think it's Fitzpatrick, the right tackle.
He definitely whiffed on his block. Looked like a loop blitz out there.
Well, they say the loop blitz is dangerous in Madden 24.
Yeah, it is. And dangerous on that play. It actually worked in AI gameplay. And they're just going to come out here. Time, of course, running down. Not going to take any more chances after that. But I don't know why there's a timeout being called right now. I have to see who called that. It is... Okay, UCLA called a timeout for whatever reason. I don't understand. But that is going to be the end of the first half of play. Ohio State with the 11-point lead, 21-10. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator, in the booth here for the first time with Pat McNeil. Been enjoying you on here with me, my guy. What's your thoughts so far of this game?
Well, this is a lot harder than it looks, by the way, doing commentary, as Smitty can attest. I'm enjoying the game so far. I think UCLA is probably wishing they'd taken advantage of a couple more opportunities. Ohio State's happy that the offensive run that they had against Iowa has continued. If they're disappointed in anything, I would think that Ohio State's a little disappointed that Wyatt Harris had 3.5 sacks against Iowa. Their big defensive tackle. He seems to have been held in check so far by Clemens and Cody Bennett on the UCLA offensive line. We're going to keep an eye out on that in the second half.
Yeah, he did end up getting a sack. I think it was the time when you walked away.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got a sack already here tonight. But, yeah, he's been an impactful player for this Ohio State defense for sure. And he's going to be taking this second half is officially underway. I already see it in the chat. We got threes. Put those threes up. 12 minutes on the clock. 11-point lead for the Buckeyes.
All right, and don't forget, this Saturday is another Super Saturday. While you're out and about, you can catch some RFL action. 1 o'clock, you got a few big games, including Stanford at Michigan, and that's a game Ohio State fans will be watching. 4 o'clock, another one with a Big Ten feel to it. Oklahoma is at Maryland, and then the nightcap is Notre Dame at TCU. Two teams that seem to be on the verge of getting back into the bowl picture. We're interested in seeing how that goes. Big win last week for TCU, big win last week for Notre Dame.
Pat keeping you up with this latest going on in the RFL. And what to tune into. There's a run inside there by Euro Winbush, who's going to be 1 yard short of the first down.
Yes, Jay Toya almost skipping away after he made that tackle. Looked very happy.
Corbin Coates in the chat saying, y'all like that? Hitting him with the quote. Oh, there's a wide receiver screen. That shut down. Okay, UCLA comes out here with a stop. That's a big loss.
Yes, Kirk Cousins. We like that.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. I was about to say, I always get him and Case Keenum mixed up for whatever reason. I don't know why I thought it was Kirk Cousins who threw the Minnesota Miracle, but it was not.
If you were a Washington football fan, you would know the difference between Kirk Cousins and Case Keenum.
Yeah, definitely not one of those. Feel bad for those
sorry.
guys. But stop there by Ohio State. Excuse me, by UCLA. Ohio State's going to have to put it away. And so instead of Ohio State making a statement to start out this game, UCLA come out with the strong defense, getting the stop that they've been looking for the entire first half. And the Buckeyes now will have to try to do the same as DTR trots out onto the field. Here's a look at his statistics. 16 of 28, 152 yards, a touchdown and an interception in that first half.
That's pretty good, except for the interception, which killed a drive and cost them some points before halftime. So he's going to try to make it up. I'm sure Coach Kelly's been talking to him. Settle down, try to work in the run game, try to do some RPOs. We'll see how it goes.
First play, they're going to look to pass. He's got the completion to Bowen.
That'll help. Yeah.
It's a nice 7-yard gain for the Bruins. Hey, any score on this drive, as long as they take care of the football. Of course, that interception hurt them real bad when they were moving down the field again. If they could get even a field goal, still can make it a one-possession game. That's important. Just keep close. High formation after the motion to the left side. They'll run. And Charbonnet, who didn't even touch the ground, they're going to blow the whistle for, but I'm pretty sure his knee hit the ground because sometimes if he tries to bend, that knee probably actually touched the field, even though he looked like he was high up. Third down.
Right, college rules, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 3rd and 3. Slant. He misses it. Can't do that. That's another open first down that DTR misses.
Well, that's what Ohio State wanted right there.
And the difference in this game, for the most part, has definitely been those missed opportunities by DTR. He's been an electric player this year for the college, for UCLA in this year's college series. But this is the game you can't make those mistakes. You got to make plays. And speaking of mistakes, Ohio State getting called for holding on special teams, so that'll be coming back some.
That's TJ King Jr. He definitely should know better. That's gonna put him back inside their own 20, I think.
Yeah, don't want to miss those opportunities on yards like that. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hand off. Winbush. That's about to the 22-yard line. I'll say 3 yards.
It doesn't seem like much, but it's accomplishing what they want it to. Make sure that everybody's still keying on the run.
Let's see if they keep with the run here. Now send up the play action off the run. And he's got the completion to Steve McCaskill. Gets absolutely leveled. But I think that's forward progress. Yes, it is. First down.
Tattooed by Ali Cahoe.
Cahoe. He's a guy we've seen so far this season lay down big hits like that on ball carriers. Empty set here for Lewis. Quick throw. And a little bit too fast. Didn't even set his feet properly for that. Second down.
Just a bit outside.
Coach said, you like that, huh? Yeah, it was a great interception, man. Keep making plays, my guy. McCaskill in the slot. And he will complete it over the middle this time. McCaskill got the first down. Thought he would be close. But he's there.
That's what makes this tough. You know, you're on defense. You've got Sheffield contained and Bryson, and Winbush isn't coming out of the backfield. You got Flores, and they hit you with a Steve McCaskill.
And they're going to run inside on the dive there. They'll get to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Yeah. So UCLA is keying in on this run game now, not giving off those big chunks of yards as we saw a little bit earlier.
That was Carson Schlesinger, inside linebacker, coming up and stopping that.
Winbush getting a little shifty. Look at that speed. Somehow still on his feet without stepping out. Big first down run inside the 40. There goes a big one.
I don't know who was there taunting him on the sidelines. I don't think you need to taunt Euro after that play when he after he just got past your defender and got 20 yards or so.
Yeah, he got busy on him. And he actually had about a yard of space, too, after the move. It looked like he was very close to stepping out. But yeah, great balance, great speed, great vision. Thought he should have cut back to the right, but made a fool out of me. A fool out of that defense as well. They're going to motion him out the backfield.
Made a fool out of John Humphrey there.
Yeah, fool out of everybody. And again, just too fast on the trigger there. Second down.
Well, I think the more Ohio State slows this down while they have the lead, you want to slow it down, control the clock, keep distributing the ball. You can just completely take the air out of UCLA here.
2nd and 10. Trying to throw the screen, but Will Winbush could not leave out of the backfield. Still got to make some adjustments on numbers. We got 2 74s out there, both of them being guards, and Blackwell and Jackson.
Yeah, your left guard and your right guard, yeah.
These guys related. There's a throw over the middle. And connection on the drag to McCaskill. It's going to be a 4th down. Kind of shocked that they went there.
I mean, he might have been the check down option. Yeah, but I mean, you get the ball to McCaskill, you're thinking, well, maybe he can slip through there and get the first down.
Yeah, great job by UCLA making sure he didn't do so. And of course, they got a very good kicker in Lincoln called here, a submitted kicker.
37-yarder.
And that's easy, straight down the middle. 24 to 10, Ohio State. I don't even know if this kid's missed a kick this year.
I don't think he has, but yeah, 2-score lead. That's still a 2-score lead, but at least you get something out of the drive and you keep your momentum.
Yeah, for sure. All I gotta say once again, I'm so excited for season 9. Bees just sent me some uniforms. Oh my goodness.
272 games, no auto wins, a full preseason, and it's all one file.
Yes, sir. And let's get hashtag league first in the chat. You guys just don't even know. Oh my goodness. From the 4-yard line down the middle, breaks a tackle and gets to 31.
Looks like Trauma's out there doing the Lord's work for you, for all of us, helping to put this together. And we all know what Beazle can do on the design front. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just a full team effort here, getting it done. You know, getting all that made and stuff for him, and just him knowing where to place things to make it a possibility. Just like everyone's in their own lane and just all together going to get it done. So it's just been a great process. Can't wait to see what the outcome's going to look like, man. It's going to be crazy. Dropping back, looking to pass. DTR throwing. Oh my goodness, what a hit. As he still finds a way to hold on, though. That'll be a 9-yard gain. He got absolutely blown up by KJ Harrison.
Well, that's what DTR does well. He's able to buy you some time. He's able to make a throw like that, which it didn't look like he was going to be able to do. And then they get the first down here.
And Charbonnet up the middle. 14 carries, 67 yards.
Also want to remind everybody, if you're enjoying the RFL and you want to become part of the Reloverse, Season 6 of the RFL College Series begins in July. It's going to look completely different from this. Hopefully on the EA NCAA college football game. And you have to sign up and submit your player on January 1st when the doors open over at relocationfootballleague.com. $15, as low as $15 to submit a player. Check out all the rules and decide what you want.
There we go, man. Pat the plug. You're doing a good job, though, man. On here, really, you're doing a good job.
Well, thank you. Figure if nothing else, I can work all the plugs in.
Yeah. And while you were talking, I made sure to plug the website and everything else on the right side, too.
Yeah, I see that. Very good.
There's a run inside. Charbonnet is going to get the first down. Wish the scoreboard wasn't in the way, but of course we'd have to load up a whole different one. Sometimes that gets tedious and you forget about it. But ESPN scoreboard is here, and that's a first down. New set of downs is here for UCLA. They are moving right now in Ohio State territory. 5-wide empty set, throws over the middle, and a stretch out for a first down. There goes Bobo.
And it would mean a lot to UCLA if after some of the miscues they've made, if they can take it all the way down the field, score, and cut it to a 24-17. Them right back in it as we approach the fourth quarter.
And this just shows the improvement of UCLA, right? I mean, look at this nice double move. Bobo to the 20-yard line. That was a nasty move. We like to call it, I call it a China, but there's so many different terms for this. NFL calls it the whip. And this is a nice whip route as he runs deep, about 10 yards down the field, fakes as if he's going out, cuts back inside. You don't see it on this replay here, but he absolutely left that defender lost on the route, and a great yards after catch.
I'm going to defer to you on the route tree, Smitty. We used to handle blocking assignments, and that was about it.
Yeah. DTR dropping back into the flats, and he'll get a few yards there. It's actually more than a few yards, 4 yards. That's a solid gain there for Ryan.
Something to spread out the field. Now they can get it back to Charbonnet here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they might, based off this formation, another motion, but they're actually looking to pass out of it. DTR again, same kind of concept here. I think it was the same exact play. Motion and everything. Straight to the flats, but no yards this time.
Oh, but I mean, good offensive coordinator. You set that up, and next time they'll be flipping it to the other side of the field.
3rd and 6. Can they get the first down here? There's a flag, and DTR is just out of bounds. I guess they didn't want to take the sack. And there's holding anyway on this play. I'm definitely declining this if I'm Ohio State. And
Yeah, I definitely take the
wow,
take the
they
fourth down.
accepted it. Wow.
I don't know.
Not sure why they would accept that. I mean, if UCLA makes them pay for this, that'll be huge. Empty set.
I'm not artificial intelligence, Smitty. I couldn't tell you.
I think they're trying to set up a running back screen here too. And that they are. Terrible play call. Yes, Ohio State knew it was coming. Couldn't make a play that's going to beat this defense in that situation. Fourth down.
They ran it to the side where you knew that Brewer was going to be there, and you knew that Brock Frederick was going to be there, and they weren't going to be out of position.
Yeah, and it looks like there was actually a deep route concept. It looked like a wide receiver screen, a running back screen, but the receivers actually did go out on routes. Nobody got open though, so that's just good defense by Ohio State. Field goal attempt is good here by UCLA, and they cut this back to an 11-point ball game.
Well, I guess it's a risky play, but you figure, if you screw it up, you still got Bar Mira, and he's pretty much automatic from 40 yards in.
And nice, easy kick. 59 seconds left in the third, so the fourth and final quarter is getting upon us. But again, as I was speaking on, I did stop briefly after a play talking about this. Is just you can see the improvement of UCLA this year, just being able to compete with Ohio State right now, being within 11 points. I mean, this is still anyone's ball game. So, I mean, they've been playing as best as they can. A lot of missed opportunities where this game probably could have been leaning the other way, or at least neck and neck right now. But it's been a good showing as best as they could against this Ohio State team who's recently shown to be on fire.
They've held the Buckeyes to just a field goal here in the third quarter so far. And I know people are thinking I'm jinxing them right here, but UCLA holds again here. I mean, they've got the momentum.
There's a run inside, and Euro Winbush,
right as I say that,
gets to the 40-yard line, first down. He's only been given the ball 10 times. Yeah, 71 yards.
10 carries, 71 yards. That's 7 yards a carry.
He's killing it. 29 yards from another 100-yard gain for Winbush on the season. Every game important for Ohio State up to this point, and they've just really got to do their best to dominate the rest of this one here. Throw over the middle is going to be caught by Kentaro Sheffield. Yeah, they started out the season. It was a slow start against TCU. I remember that game in the first half. It was literally all field goals. It was 6-3. Crazy second half explosion by Ohio State, where they were able to score 31 unanswered points and win it 37-3. In the following week, going on against Clemson, second game of the season, two-time national champions, dropping a game to Clemson, which was a shock, losing by 10, 34-24. And in week 3, bouncing back in a close game against Notre Dame, who has shown why they are getting a little bit of hype so far this season. And then Penn State, of course, with the huge upset, 30-16, showing how good they are. That's the end of the third quarter, though. 24-13 is the score. Get your fours up in the chat. But continuing on, that loss by Penn State was massive. Of course, also being in the conference. And then they had to bounce back with a big win over Iowa this past week. But definitely should have won that. And right now against UCLA, on top. But got to continue to show that dominance. And that looks like...
Yeah, Penn State on top of the Big 12 on the Big 10, and that sets up Monday night's big matchup, our game of the week, with Penn State hosting Tennessee and Tyon Nickerson.
Yes, sir. And Penn State, that was such a big game for them against Michigan last week, because that puts them 2 games ahead of everyone else in the Big 10. And here goes some play action throws. Oh my goodness, That ball is still caught by Arturo Flores. How did he make that catch? 40 yards on the night off of 4 catches, and that is his biggest one here of the season. This guy got flipped on
Everybody
his
taking
head.
notes on that? Pecan flag the tape, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh!
Completely upended by John Vaughns.
Incredible grab. Catch of the year so far, it's looking like. Here's a throw. Good defense, swatted away.
That almost went the other way, Smitty. Blaylock had the jump on that.
And he went the conservative route, just putting his hands in the passing lane. I'm still stuck on that catch. That was wild.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in college series.
Underneath, hits the drag. Here goes Bryson. And an obvious face mask penalty there. And that'll be Gabriel Murphy.
That's half the distance, right?
Yeah, but I think based off of where they sit on the field, that should be the case. Yeah.
Okay, so that puts them, what, 1st and 10 at the 13.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Can't make that mistake. This kid's been having himself quite the day, though. I feel like once last week they saw his production, now they're really feeding him a lot more. Bryson, kid I'm talking about there, is throwing to the flats. It's about a 3-yard gain as he goes out at the 10. Haven't came up
Next
with his
week,
stats.
I'm sorry, Smitty.
No, you good. You good.
Well, next week, not only do we have UCLA hosting Oregon, Ohio State goes back on the road to the Swamp where they play Florida. And
oh my goodness!
Hold on, sorry, touchdown.
Winbush. What a run! Breaking all kinds of tackles, slithering like a snake, slipping off of everything. And this is why this kid is so amazing to watch. He looked like he should have been in the backfield for a loss. Stiff arms a guy, breaking those arm tackles, and Euro Winbush getting it done.
Hashtag Eurotrip.
I like it. Here goes the extra point. 31-13. 7 plays, 63 yards for Ohio State. This offense has been on fire from start all the way up till now. And yeah, I still have to say Ohio State's been having himself an exceptional game here tonight.
You can see those UCLA defenders over on the sideline just sort of talking to themselves after that. They saw that catch, and then they saw Euro Winbush look like he was a pinball going through a pinball machine.
That guy, something else, man. 3 years in the college series it's been for Euro Winbush. And he said that's one of the reasons why he stayed in this year's college series and in the college series for so long in general is because he wanted to be known as the top back coming into this year's college series. And right now, it's been some debate, with him mainly staying for 3 years, showing off that consistency. Started his career at Penn State, transferred over to Ohio State last year, won a national championship, and it looks like the production is still there for another year for Euro Winbush. And then, of course, the debate, as I was talking about, with Oregon's running back right now, and Chris Clark. I mean, he's been looking absolutely phenomenal, but a 1-year prospect. So, I mean, these two right now in the running back department has made the most noise in the RFL College Series.
Yeah, I know it's trendy to not respect running backs, but I think both of these guys are guys you want to take if you need a running back early in the draft.
Wow. And that bounces right off a defender's head. And that is an incomplete pass to bring up second down.
I think their rhythm might be broken, Smitty. We'll see.
After going down by this much right now, they are going to have to do a lot to keep their confidence afloat. Oh, wow. Oh, he had the interception, but he runs into Charbonnet and loses it. That's another bad pass by DTR. He's been struggling with these short throws.
Well, that was a lucky break there for UCLA, and a good offensive defensive play by Charbonnet, making sure that the defender didn't come down with it.
What's going on, Jonathan Scott? Asking when you'll be able to make a player for the college series next year. Well, the first date that applications opens. Oh, wow. Big catches being made after big catches. We saw Ohio State's tight end Arturo Flores sky up and make an incredible catch, and a one-hand grab here by Bobo, but to finish answering your question, January 1st, it's the big date for you to apply for College Series 6. And you want to make sure you're one of the first to apply and pay to get in, because if not, it's going to be, just know you'll be at a disadvantage due to the fact that the first guys who gets in gets first dibs on opportunities. You don't want to miss out on it. There's a throw into the flat, so at midfield, 4-yard gain. 3-yard gain, excuse me.
You saw that stat, Jake Bobo, 9 catches, 116 yards. Great night for him. I'm sure he wishes his team were doing better.
Oh, yeah. It's their top wide receiver, an 87 overall. Empty set throws, got the completion. Otis Jackson corralled by 3 Ohio State defenders.
They did get the ball to Otis Jackson, so so much for my idea.
1-yard gain. 3rd and 6. ETR, they got a spy on him, so he might got to throw this. He does. And it's a dot for a first down. Big connection to Allen. Casimir Allen hauling this one in. And look at the spy. They had a guy right on him, so he had no choice but to throw this. He threw it right into the open space, right where it needed to go.
We hadn't called Allen's number tonight, Smitty, but he's an explosive player. They use him on kick returns, and the play broke down. He was able to shake himself loose.
And speaking of kick returns, he was the first to have a kick return for a touchdown this season. Breaking a tackle. There goes Otis Jackson trying to strip him. And the big tight end muscling his way forward for 1st and goal.
It broke 2 tackles and almost got past Corbin Coast. That would have been that. If they still would have been down 2 scores, but with 8 minutes to go, at least that's possible.
Yep, we're getting close to that as a run inside with Charbonnet is going to be stuffed. Only a yard.
Doc Frederick.
Yep, Frederick has been everywhere. Time continuing to wind down. UCLA needs to score pretty fast here. And they go right back to Charbonnet. In the end zone, running through, still on his feet for the touchdown. These guys aren't throwing in the towel, that's for sure.
Now, no quitting them this year.
A straight dive up the middle, runs right into Wheatley and Harris. Charbonnet, that powerful back who's going to get you those yards after contact. Good decision to run the football there. And it's an 11-point ball game again after this extra point. And it's money. 31-20.
And now it falls on UCLA's defense. They've struggled trying to, they went through most of the 3rd quarter holding Ohio State to just a field goal, but they struggled on that last drive. Let's see what they have in them.
7 minutes and 26 seconds is definitely enough time here for UCLA. But as you talk about this defense having to rise up to the occasion, they really have to rise up to that occasion quick, because this offense of Ohio State has just been red hot. The few drives they haven't scored, it was just some plays where it looks like they were just calling anything out there because they're feeling confident in themselves, and it just didn't pan out to move the chains. But UCLA just really has not been able to stop the Buckeyes here tonight.
No, they haven't, but look, TCU's a good team. Look what Ohio State did to them in the second half.
Yeah, and they're going to throw this one. Gets it completed out to Flores near the 40 for a first down. Coach saying, don't speak it into existence.
Yep.
Empty set now. He's got Flores again. 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and I saw what somebody's saying in the chat. They have to drive for a touchdown. No, actually they don't. They just have to chew up a lot of the clock, and and getting a field goal. You put yourself up 14 with under 3 minutes to go. That moves the pressure back on UCLA in a big way.
So it does. As Scott Jr. moving in motion, play action. Dylan Lewis throws down the field. It's got a wide open McCaskill. 25-yard reception.
Yeah, they still have plenty of confidence, Smitty.
Yeah. That was a great play call. Hitting them with that play action. Just, as you said, this team probably expecting them to kind of run a little bit now to wear out the clock. And that's where play action can be your best friend. Because if guys are expecting that, you can open up a lot of big shots down the field off of the PA. And here they are with a draw, but good defense.
And for those of you who missed it, Smitty had a podcast earlier today talking about some of the things coming up for RFL Season 9 and possibly the rest of the college series. And you want to hear that, especially if you're looking to submit a player or maybe looking to become a coach or maybe even an owner.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And here goes Lewis checking out his tight end Flores again for a 1st and goal at the 5.
Yeah, I'd be holding my head too.
Flores with a nasty route on this angle route. Just absolutely cooks his guy. Nowhere in sight. Dangerous. Nearly intercepted. And that's where Lewis has struggled the most at times throughout this season in those games where they have lost from his turnovers, is just being too fast getting that ball out of his hands. You want to be fast getting it out, but not so fast to the point where things aren't developed.
There's no sign of running the ball here.
Oh, well, they're going to run with the quarterback draw, and Dylan Lewis is in
that doesn't
for
count.
a touchdown. Wow. That was a great play call. Not even going to lie.
Oh. Yeah, they had a spy. Ohio State had a spy on DTR, but nobody had a spy on Dylan Lewis.
And guys calling it. Rashad Mitchell in the chat saying, game over. And it appears to be, but it's never over until it's over in the RFL. I always say that, but if I had to say it's about to be a wrap, it's about to be a wrap here tonight.
It's never over until it's over, but we haven't seen any signs that UCLA can shut down the Ohio State offense, which is what they'll need to do at least a couple times if they want to make a comeback.
Yeah, and to do that in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, very unlikely, but always a chance. Always a chance. UCLA's look good, but I don't think the chance is going to present itself here tonight. But we'll see.
Speaking of always a chance, Smitty, somebody's calling my name, so I'll be back shortly.
All right. $18-point ball game. And deep in the end zone here, Allen will not elect to take the ball out. Jake Bobo's having himself a game, still with that 9 reception, 116-yard stat line. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. Turn us up here tonight. Week 7 opener. Pretty solid game, but Ohio State handling business. Nice sideline completion. It's Allen. It's going to pick up 8 yards.
Well, my daughter didn't want to stay up for the game tonight, but she says hello anyway.
Oh, hey. I don't think she wants to stay up to watch what's about to happen here. It's starting to get bad. There's a flag. And that's when it really gets bad. When the discipline starts to fall apart in a game like this where you're down by 3 scores, it can get hectic.
Well, yeah, and when that happens, you get the jitters. You're not paying attention to the count. Yeah, that can it can snowball.
Trips look to the right side. DTR's got the completion to Allen, who is going nowhere after the catch after being tackled by Frederick.
Still, you got to be impressed with what UCLA's done so far this season. They'll still be 4-3, be probably still in the top 15 too.
A missed pass there, and again, just tonight the short pass game for Dorian Thompson-Robinson was just off. Usually he, at least from what we've seen so far this season, he's been very good at those plays. And they're going for it on 4th down. DTR shot down the field, not catching that one. Corbin Coast lighting them up in the air, and that's a turnover on downs.
I know it's been a long, frustrating night for the Bruins, but I mean, you looked at that schedule at the start of the year. UCLA knew that there were some tough matchups on it.
Yeah, I mean, still 2 wins away from being bowl eligible. I mean, that's great for them. Last couple of years, they have been kind of like the laughing stock of the RFL College Series. Motion over to the left with a run. Run Euro Windbush.
It's my phone. Hold on.
I thought you were playing sad music for him. Really thought he had a violin instrumental playing it. Oh man, here's a run. Euro Windbush. Up to 90 yards on 15 carries. That's a 1-yard rush. Oh, he's hitting him with the Mr. Krabs world's smallest violin. Oh man. 3rd and 6. Bad pass there. 4th down. Going to have to kick the field goal. Ohio State going to hang up over 40 points here tonight with this going through the uprights. It's Lincoln Colt, Mr. Automatic this season. Looking to knock it down. And 44 yards out, and it's good. 41-20. Buckeyes. Going to be a huge victory for Ohio State, as they will improve to the same record that UCLA had coming into this matchup, 4-2. Of course, for UCLA, they're going to fall to 4-3. Still with the winning record, though. Kick is off. And no return once again. UCLA just looking to try to end on a good note, as Pat brought up earlier today. UCLA next week, they got to face a powerhouse team in this year's college series. Went toe-to-toe with number 2 Miami, Oregon. And at least they'll have the home field advantage there, but definitely going to be another tough opponent on the way. And as for Ohio State, facing up against the Florida Gators, they've been up and down at times. Good defense here. That's broken up incomplete. Well, Florida definitely not a team to sleep on, but Ohio State should and will be the favorites coming into that matchup, as they will be on the road as well, going into the Swamp. And DTR hitting outside the pocket here, trying to scramble. Can't get away from Frederick. It's actually his first rush here tonight. He picks up 7 yards. They had a spy on him majority of the game, which definitely worked out to eliminate his talents. Third and 3. Set up that running back screen, but can't even get the pass off. Javier Wheatley in for the sack. 4th down. He missed it. Wyatt Harris was coming through for the cleanup. Timeout called by UCLA. Still feeling as though they got the shot. Down by 21 points with under 2 minutes. Nearly throws another interception. Brock Frederick batting it down. That's just a bad pass. Trying to throw it to Otis Jackson. Jackson wasn't even looking for the football. Guess he was supposed to run something else. See some frustration on the field. Should be the last possession of the game unless Ohio State scores. Expecting these guys to run for the rest of the game. Zero Winbush will back up 6 yards away from a 100-yard gain. So definitely know that they're looking forward to giving him that opportunity to add that on to his career stats. And all he would need is a 1st down. Wearing down the clock, under a minute left. Motion to the left, and that is a false, it's not a false start, a delay of game. It's going to cost him 5 yards. That's definitely on Dylan Lewis. Got to snap that football. "55 seconds to go." They're going to run to the outside. Euro Winbush is going to be stopped. That's a 4-yard rush. He needs 2 more yards. And this will probably be the last carry he's going to get. So if he can get 2 yards on this, he'll reach the 200-yard mark. I think they should run him straight up the gut here.
All right, sorry about that, Smitty. Well, this will only get easier as my kids get older.
And that's going to be
Good game,
flag.
everybody.
Yeah. Flag for another delay of game. 2nd time Dylan Lewis. I don't know what he's doing
Jeez.
here. There's 2 delay of game penalties by Lewis. I guess he's doing that on purpose just to give him more time to call something better, to give him 2 yards to reach that 100-yard mark on the ground.
They don't want the night to end, Smitty.
Probably don't want to bask in this energy all year.
Yep.
And there they go in the single back formation. Will Winbush just needs 2 yards to break over 100. And he's got that easily on that run. So they will get their guy to 104 on the night. 2 rushing touchdowns, sort of performance by him. Clock has officially hit 0. And that is going to be your ball game, of course, after this instant replay. And there you have it. That is it. Ohio State getting the victory and improving to 4-2 on the season, as UCLA is going to fall to 4-3. Final score 41-20. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. Enjoyed calling this game here for the first time with Pat McNeil. Pat, what's your thoughts on the game and everything?
Yep, big win for Ohio State, one that they needed going forward. UCLA, they're good. They're just not at that upper level yet. but they're still, they're still able to fight with Oregon and USC and maybe make it into the Pac-12 championship game. And of course, I think at this point I've got to say this game is a presentation of the RFL, the worldwide leader in relocation esports. You can find us online at relocationfootballleague.com.
Talk to him, Pat. But hey, man, great game called here tonight. I'm going to go ahead, holla at you later, man. Great debut.
Thank you very much,
State getting it done. Anything we want to say to the fans?
Fans, all right.
Now
Well, good night from Columbus, and be with us in the chat the next 4 nights. We'll be chopping it up in there.
All right, man. Well, that's going to be it. I'll show you guys the stats, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.